Now you won't see IPs, theoretically. Yes, ready.
Okay, we're live! Whoa! Oh, man.
I'm going to do the worst, scariest thing in the world, but is the audio okay?
Why would you do that? Why would you? Oh, no, okay. We're
going to straw poll?
I am going to do the worst, scariest thing ever.
Oh.
And I'm going to promote a fan-created a fan-created thing here. I'm posting this in the chat. My friends, it is time to play Wan Show Bingo.
What is this?
It automatically generates a bingo card. No, you shouldn't be looking at it because I've only seen a couple of them myself. But basically, it's kind of like a drinking game, like a take a shot every time Luke laughs too loud. Or Linus apologizes for being late. I'm sorry we're late, by the way. Except it's bingo. You don't win anything other than satisfaction. And thank you. And it's just a fun game. It's a fun game to play. You go to wanshowbingo.com. For all I know, by the time people are watching the archive of this stream, it'll have been converted to a phishing scam. So probably don't do it. But anyway, for right now, this moment, it automatically, pseudo-randomly generates a bingo card out of a bunch of possible things that can happen during the Wan Show, and you get to fill it out while you watch.
So we should, in my opinion, gamify watching the Wan Show even more than that. So
You can
get bots in the chat.
So you should drink every time you hit one cell, and then you should have to drink I don't know, what do you have to do when you actually get a row?
Just skull something.
Yeah, totally. Okay, what else do you want to gamify?
So I was thinking if we bring a bot in that manages the chat, and you can post, whoever made this bingo thing should make unique identifier keys for every single person that's playing. So when the bingo game is done, you just post your key in chat, and it takes your score from that website and actually attaches it to your username on the LTT Wan Show chat. So you should be able to gain scores, and then every once in a while you should be able to do ! brag, and it'll say what your overall score is.
Why are people subscribing? We've had a Twitch subscriber, three Twitch Prime subscribers, and a paid subscriber since we started.
And another one right there.
No, that's the one I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Apparently Brandon Potts has been subscribed for 17 months in a row. 17 months! $4.99 times 17. Actually, this is not difficult math. $85! You're basically a hero. More Twitch Prime.
You only get half of that.
You only get, no, I know. But that doesn't make, what the heck? 15 months in a row for secure. Is this just all coming up now because we never stream?
Basically, yeah. So because you're live now, people will do their renewals because they get to post. See how that's gray?
Yeah.
All your bases are belong to us. So he was able to send that message along with his subscriber renewal, so that it showed up gray along with everything else.
You know, I appreciate the old memes. It makes me feel less old. You know, anytime I see an all your base or Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, any of that kind of stuff, I kind of go, you know what, this is great. This is great. I feel young right now in this moment. And then I'm like, oh, my knee. So it doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
We got a great show for you guys today. A lot of great topics. Actually, there's some pretty crap topics. We'll talk a little bit about Meltdown and Spectre. Maybe Luke could talk a little bit about how they've affected Floatplane development.
It's particularly sucked for us for reasons that aren't immediately apparent, but I'll get into that.
Yep. With all that said, we also have in our news, Intel hits a 17-year high on their sales outlook.
Great.
Another new record, the biggest crypto hack ever. So the crypto lovers will be like, no, and the crypto haters will be like, yeah. And we'll probably be somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And then, wow, this new Google app lets anyone publish a local news story.
That sounds like it won't be terrible at all. Every single thing posted there will be AAA level content.
Not 100% not fake news. It sounds like Facebook.
Oh my god, it sort of does.
All right, let's roll the intro.
Oh man. Oh my god, you can read hyper-local stories about your community right from your phone.
Just like the local paper that we all throw away the second it lands on our doorstep because we don't care. Do people actually care? You know what? I shouldn't say that. People do actually care about local news. Like,
it was cool. It was cool getting in the newspaper.
Like
when I was younger.
Like, John really cares about, like, where people are from and, like, what they're doing now or whatever. Like, he's like really into, like, who else is a, Duke alumnus or, like, from his town or whatever.
I think the like alumni affiliation kind of thing is much stronger in the States, though.
Yeah,
I don't think people care nearly as much up here.
You and
I think that's a geographical difference to a certain degree.
You and I also never graduated.
Fair. I was close. I went through like most of the process.
Oh lordy. We got to straw poll this though.
I mean, never cared.
Strawpoll.me, local news.
And like, okay, I went to a football game at the U of A, University of Arizona, and I went to a basketball game or something at UVic when I went to school there.
Yeah.
And like I'm talking like Arizona school versus school in BC.
Yeah, sure.
And the difference was astronomical. The
the atmosphere.
I was into it when we were in Arizona.
Yeah.
It wasn't even my school. And I was like, this is sick. There was people like giving out free beer, couldn't drink it, pop and like burgers and hot dogs in the parking lot.
Like party
they had
atmosphere,
big cookouts.
basically.
Not even necessarily party, just like, come on, join the family kind of situation.
So like barbecue.
Yeah, it was barbecue.
Like family barbecue
just
atmosphere.
in the parking lot. So when we're walking from our car to the stadium, they're like, hey, do you want some stuff?
So my understanding is that some Canadian sports are kind of like that. Like the Grey Cup is supposed to be super tailgatey.
Yeah, it is.
But like, that's one day a year.
Yeah, and this was
a
random college game.
No other CFL game is like that.
Yeah, it wasn't a championship game. It was just whatever. There was like a big parade with the music people. I don't know what you call them again. Band? No.
Marching band?
Marching band.
The marching band. A big parade with the music people. You're so fired. You're so fired. Get out of here.
That's fair. And like the game was amazing. Anytime anyone scored, if it was the other team, it was, whoa, everyone was all upset. If it was their team, the entire arena blew up. Like,
and
it
with
was
like
so
basketball,
cool.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's my problem with
basketball. That was football.
Oh, that was
the
football.
one in America was football. The one in Canada was
okay.
I don't even remember because it didn't matter.
I see.
The stadium
so it might
was
as well
like,
have been volleyball. No offense, volleyball. Lots of fun to play. Not much of a spectator sport.
About half the arena was empty.
Right.
There was some like sponsor stuff, and then I think we left like 3/4 of the way through because we were just bored. It was just like so different, and I could understand how it fosters like school mentality if it's
Mr.
Really
Nix,
cool
Mr. Nix 1001. Hell, we tailgate for any reason.
Yeah. Like
okay.
It's a thing.
Fair enough.
And it's cool though. It makes you feel a part of it. And then you feel a part of it the second you show up because of the tailgating.
Okay, I didn't say beach volleyball. I said volleyball. They are not the same sport at all. They literally don't even have the same number of people. They don't take place in the same place.
Yeah.
They don't have the same number of people on the team, and one of them gets watched once every 4 years. There you go. That's the difference between volleyball and beach volleyball.
Yeah.
And to be clear, I'm not hating. Like, I love anything with a net.
Someone said, what's with the...
Tailgating is an excuse to drink in public. Okay. Yeah, I guess so, because in a lot of parts of the States, that's illegal, right?
I'm going to start banning people who post the holy crap, Jeno. You need to stop. You need to calm down. There we go. Guy posted the same message like a bajillion times.
Oh,
Anyways,
yeah, okay.
What were we asking?
I don't know.
Something about... Anyways, yeah.
I
understand how it facilitates the, like, I care about this community environment.
Right.
Because immediately when you show up, you're taken care of in a certain degree. You're fed.
Right.
You're taken care of. You're invited in.
Which is like insanity to me because, like, I can't imagine a situation where I would go anywhere and I would be fed by someone for no reason.
Yeah.
Which, like, seems pretty cool, I guess.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it was good stuff.
Okay.
Like, it was, yeah, I don't know. It was good.
All right. So, local news.
Someone gave me a poster because I didn't have any, like, shirt or anything to hold. So they were like, here's a poster of the team so I could hold up a thing.
Right.
It was cool. I had it in my room for a long time. Anyways.
53% of you, yes, local news. And 47% of you, no, local news. So we seem to be split right about down the middle, people who care or don't care about local news. Mind you, I mean, okay, if Google can capture 53% of the general population using this service, then it's clear to me that
your phone was trying to listen to you.
Going to be lesser quality local news than ever before.
Your phone's like, what was that? you want this app?
No, no, I don't. I guess we might as well jump into that as our first topic, since we've kind of been talking about it for a while. There you go. Bulletin from Google is what it's called. So it's like a bulletin board, except it's an app for contributing hyper-local stories about your community for your community, right from your phone. You can put a spotlight on inspiring stories that aren't being told. So basically, news is dead, and this is the replacement. I mean, this is democratization of news. I mean, this is something, we did a piece a little while back. It was not a very successful piece where I made like a streaming backpack.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the future of news. People just being somewhere and streaming. And like, this is like what I would consider to be kind of a high end.
I think the reason why that didn't work that well was you were slightly too ahead of the curve.
Maybe. And because the setup was kind of janky.
Well, yeah, but now, and things have gotten better to be able to make the setup better.
Yeah.
But now IRL streaming with backpacks is like a thing. And it wasn't really when you made that.
Well, whatever. I was trying. Thought it was a cool idea. So I was like, okay, but a step above, just having a phone out or whatever would be building yourself like a transmission processing backpack so that you can transcode to multiple destinations, so that you have failover for your multiple SIM cards, a nice high resolution and better audio quality camera, so that the feed isn't potato level.
Forward and back.
And this is just sort of it's just another branch down that same path where ultimately local news stations are dying. This is not debatable. It's not stoppable, I don't think, at this point.
If this is, I'm just reading, like, there's one line here. People everywhere want to know what is going on in their backyard at a very local level, ranging from local bookstore readings to high school sporting events to information about local street closures. If this is curated well enough and sorted well enough, because there is so many things that I will not care about.
Yep.
But also on like a Friday, I might be like, man,
what is there to do right now?
What am I going to do this weekend?
So,
and if I can do like events near me this
I've
weekend.
been blown away by the number of things that go on in the community of Surrey.
Yeah.
So that, for example, I was dropping my son off for preschool one morning, and I just saw like a sign in the foyer that was like, "Hey, we're doing a Starry Night movie night thing." That's free. There's face painting. There's I forget what else there was, but there was like some activities to do for kids. And then at dusk, they were gonna bring out the big blow up, portable projector screen thing. And then they just had like, it looked like one of the staff just like brought their projector from home and fired it at it. And it was fine. Like, it was cool. It was fun. They had speakers, which is good. That's a plus. And they played Sing. I'm sure they didn't have a license for it, but, whatever. Because it's just a janky, stupid local event that nobody even knows about anyway. Yeah. But that was the issue. Nobody knew about it. So it was actually reasonably well attended, given how difficult it was to find out about it. But then I started looking into it, and there's like tons of stuff like that.
It would be cool,
Lots to do for free.
They allowed, because like Zane, I can't pronounce his last name, but Zane from Daily Hive Vancouver is a good curator of local stuff.
Right, okay.
But like a lot of people don't even know that.
Yeah, I would have no way of knowing that.
Yeah. So like if he can post his awesome articles that go to Daily Hive, and he manages people and stuff into, I believe.
Are we changing our mind about this?
A little bit.
Because we were kind of hating on it at the beginning.
Yeah, and now I'm down.
Okay.
If it's done properly.
Okay.
And like one thing that I would like too is if these are able to be sourced, and if the source can make money.
Okay, so it doesn't look like there's a monetization strategy, but this is interesting. Google is planning to work with local news organizations to help them find and potentially publish some of the stories, as long as they give credit to the original authors. So they've already got a strategy to sort of propagate awareness of the Bulletin app through the medium that it is ultimately going to replace.
That's awkward.
Isn't that awful? I mean, it's like, it was going to happen anyway. It's just like, can you imagine this? Like Google walking in and pitching this to a local news organization? So, the seeds
Okay, hold on, wait. I don't think so. I don't think it works that way. It just says giving credit to their authors, not the platform.
Yeah, but let's see.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Because I can picture this. Google walking in and going, yeah, so this is great. You guys, realistically, you can't lay off any more staff because there's like 4 people here. But, so you're not saving any money, but you're like able to get more done with the money you already saved because you have no money. We'll get all the local news stories for you, and then you can just sit and talk about them. We're gonna be like local Reddit, except there already is local Reddit. So you know what? We're like curated Reddit.
Hopefully slightly
Reddit
less
is
cancer.
curated. Okay, it's Reddit.
The local Reddit for around here is terrible.
Yeah, okay.
Our Vancouver is really bad.
That's fair. Okay, so there you go. The app is in a limited pilot in just 2 cities, seemingly arbitrary, Nashville and Oakland. They're apparently both Google Fiber cities. So
I was just going to say that's not that random because of Google Fiber.
And it also says they have high poverty rates and lie beyond the focus of the big media hubs.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so cool. Neat. All right. So Google Bulletin, we're down now?
Really depends on how they do it.
Okay.
I think there is absolutely the potential for me to be down and have it installed on my phone and use it quite often. There's also the potential for it to be a giant steaming heap of garbage. And for me to never, ever use it.
Cool. It's free. It's lightweight for telling a story by capturing photos and... Wow, this is it? That's it. Wow. Okay. Got it.
Impactful.
I don't know how James wrote so many notes on that.
Yeah. Good job. Maybe you should write for Bulletin. No one will pay you, but...
All right.
There you go.
So this is from... The original source is from newsroom.intel.com. Root cause of the reboot issue identified. They have updated guidance for customers and partners, so the saga continues with the whole Meltdown Spectre thing. So over the weekend, they began rolling out an early version of an updated solution to the reboot issues that they reported on January 11th.
Just so you know.
What? What is that? Oh, was that the quick rollout?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good job, AJ.
Yeah, good job, AJ.
Sorry, keep going.
Something reboot issues. Early version, make a final release available once testing is being completed, but basically... apologize for the disruption this change in guidance may cause. The security of our product is critical at Intel, etc., etc. Okay, let's get to our notes here. So as of January 11th, Intel was notified that the first patch they issued for Meltdown and Spectre vulnerabilities was causing random reboot issues. It was later learned that the bug was affecting Haswell and Broadwell platforms. And on January 22nd, they made a blog post advising that OEMs, cloud service providers, system manufacturers, software vendors, and end users stop the deployment of current versions of the patches, as they may introduce higher than expected reboots and other unpredictable system behavior. So let's jump into our. This was posted originally by Evan Air on the forum, and our next one is from Vegetable Stew, and the original article is from PC World. This is just another update on Meltdown and Spectre. Let's go ahead and pull this up.
Actually, I've remembered there's no point in me going over my stuff because we covered it on the first show that we covered.
Oh, okay. So Intel's plan to fix Meltdown in silicon apparently raises more questions than it answers. So Intel has said that they plan to deploy a hardware fix.
What?
So these will be silicon-based changes to future products that directly address the Spectre and Meltdown threats. Those products will begin appearing later this year. Intel's chief executive, Brian Krzanich, told investors, I've assigned some of the very best minds at Intel to work through this.
My best people are on it.
The best.
I've assigned the best.
They're the best people. You know what? Just because I didn't watch that particular episode of the Wan Show, can you give me the TLDR of how Meltdown and Spectre have affected Floatplane?
I'm going to forget part of it, which is the technicality of exactly why this happens this way, but we use a piece of software for virtual machines, and we use a version of it that's free and there's a version of it that's paid. I don't remember exactly the reason why we used the other one. I covered it properly last time. AJ's going to skin me alive. I believe that the reason why we had to use the paid one now is that's the only one that got the update to manage this stuff. I don't remember why we were able to use the free one before, though.
Yeah.
I think the free one's just older versions. So if we wanted to not be super owned by Meltdown, well, yeah, I believe it's Meltdown specifically. I could be wrong, though. I forget which one is which. Then we needed to upgrade. That upgrade would have been at the cost of $900 per CPU.
Like per physical CPU?
Per physical CPU. So that's kind of a little bit of a unique situation because most people are like, oh no, our things are vulnerable now. We have to patch. Oh no, we patched. Performance went way down. We saw that with Fortnite, the game. Actually, if you want to look at a really, really cool rundown of how this could potentially affect an organization, check out Fortnite's breakdown of how it impacted their servers. It was actually really, really good graphs and write-ups and stuff that they did. But yeah, our biggest issue was like, hey, we want to not be vulnerable, so super expensive amounts of money. Now, through a lot of brain cajiggering and planning and all this other kind of stuff, I do not want to update now, Windows. Get out of my face, please. We have a plan and everything's fine and whatnot, but like,
Hilpari says, should have just used AMD.
Okay. You should read more. There's a Wan Show.
Ouch!
I believe.
Dang!
I believe it was. Was it just before CES?
You should read more. Ouch. Okay. Aside from just reading more, what AMD servers?
That's part of the read more that I'm talking about. Actually,
Like,
we looked into this. We were like, hey, let's just do that. No. Not a thing.
What AMD servers?
Yeah, we're not building our own servers, just in case anyone's wondering.
How many Epics do you really think they've shipped?
Most, like...
Just saying.
So we use OVH for Floatplane.
People are like Epic, which, by the way, wasn't released when we began building out Floatplane's infrastructure.
Okay, yeah,
so
one, for that. Two, we're not hand-building every server that we use for Floatplane. We're essentially renting servers off of OVH.
Which is what most people do.
That are using dedicated stuff. Yeah. If they're not using dedicated or public cloud, but if they are using public cloud type situations, you don't get the choice anyways.
Yeah, you use whatever validated setup, which, by the way, someone like OVH is going to have hardware on hand, whether it's hard drives, SSDs,
sometimes
motherboards, CPUs.
Sometimes they're really slow at
No, that's not what I'm talking about. No, they're gonna have hardware on hand for upcoming platforms. Yeah. We're talking 3, 6, 9 months in advance. If you're an important partner that's buying literally thousands upon thousands of Xeon CPUs, they make sure that you've got this stuff for validation well ahead of time. So to imagine for a second that Epic, which launched in August? In August, they announced it, I think? Something like that. Whatever. Sometime in the summer. To imagine that's anywhere near a for rental server is a joke.
I've wanted a server with one of those for a while. This isn't like they're only using Intel thing. It's basically the only option.
Yeah, because they typically only have, here's our good, better, best, extreme. They're just going to have a handful of validated builds. And that's it.
And there are some more options sometimes, but we need fairly specific things.
Yeah, and there are exceptions. Like, we had a data center before that would allow us to ship our own hardware there.
Yeah, except they were just terrible.
Except they were terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a cool
awful.
feature. Did we ever get that server?
No.
Oh.
They were supposed to ship it back to us.
I don't...
Those bastards.
I never got it.
Those bastards.
That had some decent drives.
I know. It had a bunch of enterprise drives in it. We shipped them those enterprise drives. Those bastards.
We could be mining burst on those.
I know. If we could ever finish plotting them.
No, that's not going to happen.
I've gotten 1.5 drives in that 47 drive machine plotted so far.
Are you GPU mining? Or GPU plotting?
No, I'm not GPU plotting because I put in a GPU and it was supposed to work automatically and then it just didn't.
It doesn't work automatically.
Oh, okay.
I can send you all the documentation.
I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, I also have a dual Xeon system that I can start plotting on as well.
And you can just move drives over.
And then you can just move drives over.
Because you just need to import the plot file location.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll figure it out. But basically, I'm doing a mining side quest adventure, where we're looking at hard drive based mining.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's pretty cool, but it's weird. It's fun, I guess. But
Linus is evading the question. I'm not evading the question.
Evading
we're doing a video. All right. So let me have a look at what else we got for topics.
Evading
today.
what question?
Yeah, I didn't evade the question. Yes, mining. Yes, happening. I mean, we're doing a whole video series around it. What do you guys think was going on?
What question was there about you mining?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I said 47 drives. Does that not sound like first coin mining? What else would I be doing with 47 drives other than Petabyte Project, which, by the way, I had a couple people internally telling me we should be mining on the inactive Petabyte server. Super not an option because, oh, you know what? I actually don't have. Oh, no, I do have it. Super not an option because check this out.
Oh, my God.
Phase 1 of the vault is like...
Oh.
Phase 1 of the...
You might want to switch the...
No, that's fine.
Nah. I just get scared.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything is okay. Extra large icons? No, I hate extra large icons. No, I hate large icons. Which ones do I want? Medium icons.
This is the quality content you all come to Wan Show to see.
What just happened? Where's the amount? What? Where's the
just properties
capacity?
Right click properties.
No. I want the solution to this.
Even gives you a fancy GUI.
No. I refuse. Content. Oh, that's an interesting one. Tiles is the one. So I've only got 40 terabytes left. And when you factor in that Z drive needs an offload, so this is the NVMe server, we're going to have like 20 terabytes left in the first stage. Excuse me, sorry, I've been sick since Christmas. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've been a little sick. That's my girlfriend's fault, though, completely. It's entirely her fault. I was fine. She came over and was like, I'm not sick. And then, like, hours later was just, like, coughing up a storm. And I was like...
Thanks for that.
Now I'm sick.
Thanks, hun. Yeah, so we're going to have to roll out the second one very, very soon.
Yeah, and you don't want to... So mining on hard drives is a very new frontier. And there's not very much data in terms of, like, how bad it is for your drive or anything.
Yeah, and those are expensive drives because they're, like, supposed to be reliable and stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of crypto, actually, let's jump into this. So the source here is Coindesk.com. Coincheck confirms.
The reason why you should not use online exchange wallets as much as possible.
So I'll tell you guys, most of the crypto that I own, and I do have some, I bought on an exchange. Don't show them this?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. So most of what I own, I bought on an exchange, but it is not on the exchange anymore.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is that while an exchange is really convenient, so I actually had it on there for like a week while I was waiting for my hardware wallet.
Yeah.
While an exchange is very convenient, when it was on there, I was like, oh, well, I'll sell some of that, and I'll buy some of that, and I'll do this, and like, actually, I played it right, which is not an indication necessarily of skill, but I played it right.
It was at a really good time to be playing.
Yes,
too.
It was.
Yeah.
I won bigger than I lost, and that worked out really well, but the way to do it is you get everything off the exchange and you keep it in a hardware wallet, preferably one with no online access whatsoever.
Yeah.
So there are dedicated devices for that. Strongly recommend that.
Yep.
And if you've got everything in an offline wallet, then if an exchange gets hacked, your crypto will not be part of the crypto that gets absconded with.
Taken. Yeah.
Wow, 58 billion yen, approximately 533 million US dollars.
Whew.
Yeah. The precise amount stolen may not be fully known until further checks have been carried out into the intrusion. At least over 400 million.
Did you hear about the...
Wow.
Yeah, never mind. We'll move on.
Sorry, I'm just...
No, it's crazy.
So...
The price of the coin, which is specifically NEM, I'm not entirely sure which one that is because there's 10 billion different ones. But NEM coin, the price of that went down 13%, which isn't even like in the grand scheme of how fast coin values move.
It's not even that bad.
it's like an average Saturday. Like it's not that big of a deal.
So it looks like it's likely greater than the amount stolen from Mt. Gox in 2014.
When converted to cash.
Yeah, $340 million. Though it should be noted that given how much less cryptocurrencies were worth in 2014, that proportionally this is a smaller impact.
If you convert up Mt. Gox's theft to what it would be valued at now, or especially a month ago,
yeah. So that's a thing that happened. You know, as usual, you're gonna have people on all sides of this whole crypto thing that's going on here. The bottom line is this. You know, I don't think either of us is anti-crypto. Are you anti-crypto?
I recognize a lot of the bad things that are associated with it. Crypto as a whole, I think, is actually really good. I don't know if you've heard what
blockchain technology.
Blockchain technology, yeah. I don't know if you've heard what the Canadian government's planning on doing with it.
I did, actually.
That's super cool.
Do you want to?
So, okay, I only know rough details about this, so I could get some of it wrong. It's not a topic for this week, but the Canadian government has spoken publicly about the interest of adopting blockchain technology for some of its internal spending of tax money.
Yep.
So you can see where tax money is being spent and how it's being spent. That is awesome, because I have said my entire life that I personally, I'm going to show slight amounts of political alignment here, but I have no issue.
You don't work here anymore. What am I going to do? Fire you?
Hey! I have no issue really with taxes, but I would like to know what my taxes are going towards.
Yeah.
It's annoying having a whole bunch of money taken from you and being like, I have no idea what I just improved. Because it's cool to think of like, I am contributing to society with this money.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to be able to be like, oh, there it goes. Oh, it helped fix that road, or it contributed to that school. Or that would be a lot more fulfilling.
X percentage of it went to federal issues. Y percentage of it went to local issues. You know, that would really give me a better idea of, you know, what I would want to say at a town hall meeting or whatever else.
And like, sure, maybe some of it went towards Trudeau's lunch when he was on a trip. That has to be paid for somehow. I'm not going to feel bad about that. I just want to know what it's doing. It'll feel cool if I can know what it's doing.
Mr. Nick says, post in chat, this is funny. But I think both of us hold crypto. I'm long a couple of different currencies. So take that for what it is. But Mr. Nix's post here in the forum basically sums up the biggest problem with it right now. Wow, that's worth $100,000. I hope you know what to do with your $47,000. If you want, go ahead and spend that $203,000. The volatility is real.
Oh, yeah.
And the lack of regulation, something that gets pitched as a benefit of cryptocurrency,
is a huge issue.
Is also a huge problem.
Yeah.
Because there's no regulation.
There's great things that come with that, and there's terrible things that come with that.
There's terrible things that come with that. There's basically no laws that prevent people from manipulating this much smaller and easier to manipulate market.
And oh damn, has it happened?
Yeah,
a lot.
I mean, there was that recent example with which one's the bad one? Bitcoin Gold.
Let's see.
Gold or Cash? Which one was the one that was particularly brutal?
I don't remember which one, but the coin itself wasn't the problem.
Yeah,
it was how it was set up and how it was promoted and how the other coins were temporarily abused around its inauguration and all. The coin itself was not a problem. It was the things that would not be legal in normal markets that happened around it and blah 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 blah. But I think it's Cash. I don't even remember.
I don't remember. Sorry guys. People are saying it was Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we should consider doing our own coin.
So this is
we should seriously, as part of Mining Adventure.
Oh, I just got stress pains in my neck.
As part of Mining Adventure, we should be like, here's all the ways this can be manipulated. And we're doing
so
it. Don't buy this.
Yeah, you should list out like these are all the potential things that we could do to abuse the creation of this coin. These are the things that we're going to do.
Late coin.
Wow. Oh my god.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm still listening.
There's got to be some way so that like everyone that's current. Oh my god, if you could make that would be such an interesting version of mining. If you sit in Twitch chat and there's a bot that registers that you're in Twitch chat, and then it like sends you coins based on how long you were in Twitch chat before the show went live, but after it was supposed to go live. So you make money by waiting. Too complicated. We're just gonna, if we do this, I'm sure we're just gonna copy someone else's open source code for their coin and do nothing unique. But that's what most people do anyways, so it's fine.
People are saying that exists. Lots of people want Floatplane coin. What else? People want, does anyone want Linus coin?
Float coin, Wan coin.
Late coin. Lots of late coin.
Latte
Linus coin. Late coin, float coin, Luke coin.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So, you know, I think it would be a really interesting experiment.
Oh my god, that's how we can reward the bingo. That's how we can distribute coins at the beginning. We can generate a whole bunch. We can distribute them through the bingo game so that people want more, and then you can brag in chat with how much you have. So there's like a social status thing. But you can buy social status because that's how dirty this whole space
I'm with
is.
Samurai Salesman. Luke, go home. All right. Why don't we get into the way that we actually make money around here?
Heck yeah.
Sponsors. Sponsor number 1 is Spektrum. Do you find yourself staring at a monitor all day? That can be hard on your eyes over time and make it tougher to fall asleep. Well, Spektrum is an affordable, long-term solution to staring at a computer screen. Using a software solution like Flux or Twilight will not give you the same type of blue light filtering that these stylish glasses do. Their features include that they're stylish. Also, that they're made of glass. High quality, 1-year warranty, and the product is extremely durable. Another feature is low color distortion. So compared to other blue light filtering lenses that I've seen before, I don't feel like I'm just looking at the world through a blue lens.
Yeah.
Light sources do look more yellow.
It is a little bit of yellowing, but not very much.
But red stuff is still like mostly red. It's
Everything just seems like it has an
orange.
extremely mild warming filter.
And they're the highest rated among their competitors on Amazon. So check them out at spectrumglasses.com/collection/prospect or at the link below. I'll go ahead and post that in the chat. And you can save 10% off Spektrum glasses using offer code Linus.
I think it's Prospec.
Boom. Oh, Prospect.
I could be wrong.
That makes sense. You know what? I'm just going to go with the Genius link because that's what I know, Luke. That's what I know.
That's what my genius is.
All right.
So do we have any?
No. We're going to do Freshbooks first, and then we're going to get upset at the people who stole our stuff.
Okay.
Freshbooks. Freshbooks is the super simple to use invoicing tool that actually does a lot more than just allow you to create and send slick looking invoices quickly. It helps you track your time with their timesheet function, manage your expenses, and keep track of who owes you what. It allows you to take payment on your terms, even allowing you to take deposits on your work before you begin, and their mobile app has all the functionality of the desktop version, including allowing you to track your time, track expenses as you go, and, well, of course, send invoices. One of the best things about it is that you can see when your client has seen your invoice and put an end to the guessing games. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to their support staff where you will speak to a real live human. No phone tree, no escalations, no return calls, just answers. Go to freshbooks.com/WAN and enter WAN in the How Did You Hear About Us section when you sign up for your 30-day free trial. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the Twitch chat as well if you guys run like a small-time tech repair shop or...
Which is gotta still be common. It was super common when we were growing
It's
up.
gotta still be common. Like, I did tech work when I was in high school.
So did I.
Yeah. Like there's like no good reason that I can think of not to make some money on the side if you're just passionate about
tech. And like these days, it might be more based around fixing mobile phones and stuff, but there's still tech work to do.
Oh, absolutely. Like battery swaps?
Yeah.
What, do you like these? Are we getting the Ed nod of approval?
I think so.
You like the thick frames on me, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. You know, it's funny. I never thought of myself as a thick frame guy. Like, I don't know. Have you seen my prescription glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're small. They're small. Whereas, I could pull this off, you think?
Yeah.
I probably need like an overall style update, though.
I forget what trip we were on. I gave you my glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, everyone's like, oh, you look cool.
Yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Linus, sir. Hello, Mr.
Not
Linus,
so much
sir.
Luke.
All right, you can go, Colton.
That's
Thank
all
you.
right. I'll deal with it.
All right, bringing us to our last sponsor, Savage Jerky. So, hey, Colton, you still there? Okay, so Colton ran an investigation. Colton ran an investigation. Come on over here.
I'm like all angry. I'm like, what?
We need Inspector Colton back, I think.
Yeah.
Remember when you solved the mystery of of the utensils?
Yes, I do. That was
Okay.
one of my finest pieces of work here.
Finest
This company.
channel super fun, one of the finest channel super fun episodes of all time, and probably the single most valuable thing Colton has done since he began his employment here.
Take it.
Scoot over here a little
Who
bit.
took-
You're
who
right
took-
behind the mic.
Investigator,
There you go.
Who took the
we
jerky?
have to solve another mystery. Who took our Savage Jerky?
I don't know, man. I sent a message to like our group chat and no responses. I looked around the office. Somebody ate it. But the thing is that we had a lot.
We had a lot of jerky.
a lot of jerky. Like somebody must have just gone to town.
Like, you guys have probably seen the
the
box,
box, yeah, in
on
previous
Wan
episodes.
shows. It's not small.
It's pretty huge.
yeah.
But like there is some of it that's empty, but most of it had quite a bit left.
Yeah.
There was easily 1 or 2
So-
meals worth of just jerky. in
We're
it.
gonna say this sort of once and like it's enough that you couldn't have like accidentally opened up a package, started eating it because like it's delicious,
Well, and
and,
it's
then
spread
just
out-
like
Just happened to get the whole
oh
way
no,
through.
it's gone.
No,
and it
this
was
is
spread
like a
between
day.
many packages.
Yeah.
So like, you're like, oh, 14 packs of jerky. I guess I'll just eat this. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess this is totally fine.
And like some of it was so spicy that you couldn't conceivably have eaten it in less than like many sittings.
Like
I'm gonna
half
see
a
somebody
piece at a
walking by and
time.
somebody's like, you're like, it was you.
Like if you ate it in one sitting, you wouldn't be sitting
Oh.
for a while.
Or you'd only be sitting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? No sitting.
We're gonna find it. We're gonna track it down.
Okay.
That's how good the
In the
jerky is.
meantime, can we ask Savage Jerky
They're
to
sending
send us?
some. It was supposed to come today.
They're sending us more. Okay.
It's that good. I'm sorry.
Okay. So anyway, Savage Jerky. It's made with the best ingredients, without nitrates or preservatives. It's a snack that's full of spice and flavor, but isn't bad for you. They've got 13 different flavors. I love the maple buffalo bacon. Any mojo flavor is
All the-
excellent.
yeah,
The
all the mojos are
traditional flavor is excellent.
Yeah.
If you're into it, the Carolina Reaper and the Ghost Pepper is like, people. Who was it? Was it Mape?
Mape.
That was like, yeah, whatever. No jerky is too savage for me.
Yeah. And then he had like issues the next day.
Yeah, of course he did. They also make barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and a spice rub.
But I'm sure he tanked it quite well.
And you can use offer code. Tanked it. You mean bold it?
Oh.
Oh!
Yes. Oh, I thought that was a fist bump. This is so awkward.
Let's do it.
There we
Let's do
go.
it. Let's do
Yes.
it. Because you don't actually go in the tank.
I know. I gotcha. I understood.
That's gross. Use offer code LTT to save 10% on Savage Jerky products. Oops.
Not that we can eat them and stuff right now.
Yeah, they're good. You'll just have to take our word for it.
Yeah.
They're yummy.
So that's pretty sad if you go down.
Yeah. Okay. So this was posted by Dragoon 20,005 on the forum, and you know what? This doesn't surprise me at all, and it wouldn't surprise me if this is true of other motherboard makers as well. But ASRock has said in a statement that it's aware of the current. Hold on, am I muted here? Oh. It is aware of the current Intel microcode version that might be detected, blah, 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 security vulnerables, working closely to fix 100, 200, Z370, and X299 motherboards. It blows me away that X99 is not included.
Yeah.
That's
insane.
That was a high-end product until June of this year.
Yeah.
Gigabyte joined the list.
Last year.
Despite originally saying their products weren't vulnerable, AMD joined the list, releasing patches to address both variants of Spectre. So here we go. Variant 2 blah, 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 requires CPU microcode update. So basically, Asus was the first to address the issue, MSI also, etc. So if you are running an older CPU, you know, I can see people shouting forced system obsolescence here. I can also see the other side where the manufacturers are going, well, hold on a minute. This is like 4 or 5 year old product. How can we possibly be expected to be continuing to provide support for it? You know, but wow. One thing I can say is that whoever's to blame, it is not the consumer.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. And I think that for a security vulnerability, it is fair to expect to be receiving support, and it's not getting done. And there are multiple issues at play here, one of which is a symptom of the computer industry's overall inability to responsibly manage itself. Because I can tell you guys right now, with the margins that they have, many of these companies simply could not afford to roll out all of these updates. They actually wouldn't have the engineering bandwidth for it. They actually couldn't do it. But this sort of points us to an overall larger systemic problem, and that is that the computer industry, and consumers are partly to blame for this as well, has been on a race towards zero.
I don't think so.
You don't think consumers just ultimately turning away from the higher quality product, refusing to spend more for it, and just buying whatever's cheapest, you don't think that contributes?
I don't think that's happening that much.
Well, remember, this is an ongoing problem. We're going back 20 years now. Like, we're going back to when computers were treated like you bought a high-end computer once in a while, you bought a quality one, versus being treated like commodities.
Yeah, but I think consumers are going to do that in any market that you're in. That's how markets work. If it's good enough, they'll buy the one that's cheap enough to fit their field. And when you're looking at, like, gaming consumerism, you're looking at, like, okay, I want to play these games, I need this level of thing, and then you'll buy the cheapest thing that can hit that level. That's...
Okay, let me throw a counter argument at you, because it's not like there weren't opportunities in the past for people to learn from a mistake, like buying a motherboard from a cheaper vendor, having it be trash, and having their customer support. I mean, people complain about the customer support of computer hardware manufacturers incessantly, but then they turn around and they still buy this stuff. Like, there's an excellent thread over on Hardware Canucks about Canadian warranty service horror stories. And these resources are out there, but the consumers continue to support vendors that, when you break it down,
I guess I'm
aren't charging enough in order to fully staff their support departments to provide adequate service.
I guess you probably know more because of the sales numbers of being a PM. Because from my perspective, looking at posts on, like, our forum and my own purchasing habits and the purchasing habits of my friends, we buy cheaply, but usually within known constructs. Like, I've dealt with customer service from a few companies,
yep,
and I will often buy from those companies or not based on how the customer service went.
So in the broader scheme of things, it is amazing how much of a difference people will... It's amazing how many more people will buy something when it is $4 cheaper.
But I feel like that's got to be a thing across all markets. And the reaction to
How
the
about
market...
tools? Tools is
Yeah.
a great example of people buying what they believe is quality because they think it's going to last. It is hard to break into the market as a cheap,
At the
crappy
same
tool
time,
manufacturer.
you expect to be able to buy a tool and keep it potentially for the rest of your life, compared to a computer where you're going to keep it for 3 years.
Exactly. So customer expectations have shaped how much they expect to spend on these things, which has shaped how much people can make when they sell them. Like, it's... Look, I'm not... To be clear, okay, I should... Maybe blame is the wrong word.
Yeah.
I don't think customers are to blame.
Blaming consumers is a difficult thing to do, because consumers are going to act like consumers act, and they'll always act the same way.
Blame is the wrong word here, but I would say that consumers and manufacturers have contributed to what is an overall systemic problem.
Contributed, sure, yeah.
Because we could sit around and, like, we've got people saying, you know, they should recall all of these. They should do this. They should do that. That's stupid.
That's
like, it's just a stupid thing to say because it just doesn't work that way.
And everyone would just lose their computers. Like,
it's like if we released, you know,
everything would just shut down. Like, you can't.
Yeah.
Like, the whole internet would just shut down.
Like, we don't actually want a world where MSI, Gigabyte, ASUS, and ASRock just don't exist. We don't want that. We have to find a compromise here. And it seems like they think the compromise is 100 series and up. And as a customer who's rolling X99 systems in our production machines, I can tell you that I bought into that, and we didn't pay for all the hardware. As you guys know, we did a video about it. But we do have money invested into them. So as someone who invested money into running these machines in a production environment 7 months ago or 8 months ago or whatever it was, I am super not impressed that I'm not getting supported here. So I don't know where the right compromise is, but I'm not happy about where we are now. And I guess I don't really have much more to say than that.
Yeah, I guess the takeaway from this is pay attention to how different companies react to this.
Yeah. That's a great takeaway. So guys, here, I mean, we can link you to the article where this is being tracked. Actually, you know, it'll be on the forum later. We'll have it in the WAN Topics. We'll have it in the WAN Topics forum. And check it out. So find whoever supported this best. Write it down. Put it on a Post-it note. Stick it to your wall.
Google Docs. Something.
Next time you buy a motherboard, buy from them.
Yeah.
And let's see if we can start to reverse the tide, because ultimately that's what it's going to take. Unless the consumer habits change and these companies feel like they're going to get a return on the investment that they're putting into support, they're not going to do it, because that's how business works. You invest where you're going to get a return.
So brand loyalty, I think, is generally kind of not a good idea. But I don't see this as a brand loyalty move, because you're making a logical decision based on how a company acts. And like, if something like this was to happen again, you're making a decision that is based on how that company would react to that situation. So it is actually inputting value into the product. So you can look at the overall value proposition and go, look, this has more value to me. I'm going to purchase it, not I'm brand loyal to this company, I'm going to purchase it. I've made purchasing decisions based on companies. One of them that I've told stories of on the Wan Show before is EVGA, because of how well they treated me in the past when I was not a creator.
Right.
This is when I was absolutely on my own. It's a long story, so I'm not going to go over it, but they were awesome. And I don't buy everything from EVGA. Like, clearly, you can see my builds.
Yeah.
I've done them here. But in situations where I'm like, oh, look, one of my options is this, and it's pretty darn close to another one, I have often gone with them. But I don't buy their stuff exclusively at all, because I'm going for what I think is the best value at that individual point in time.
Do you want to totally change gears?
Yeah.
This was posted by SC2 Mitch on the forum. Original article is from CBC. A Canadian has been charged with spamming Twitch.
What?
Brendan Lucas
Part
Apple
of the can spam thing?
is subject to a court order preventing him from spamming
What?
Twitch. I know, right? So the 20-year-old has been charged with mischief in relation to computer data by the Supreme Court of British Columbia, local guy, for allegedly sending 150,000 offensive messages through Twitch's chat system.
Offensive, too. Nice.
The messages hit more than 1,000 different channels and included racist, anti-Semitic, sexist, and homophobic slurs.
Thanks for representing Canada.
He could face up to 10 years in prison, as well as a civil order barring him from using, creating, or selling certain types of software, including any robot, bot, crawler, spider, blacklisting software, or other software that could be used to target the streaming platform. He allegedly used a service called Chat Surge, whose stated purpose is to flood, destroy, or simply demolish any Twitch TV chat room. The bots were posting an average of 34 spam messages per minute, while on some channels the rate was 600 messages a minute. Employees at Twitch dedicated more than 300 hours to tracing the attacks. after receiving over 375 individual user reports regarding spam messages containing racism, homophobia, sexual harassment, false implications of viewbotting, and soliciting child sex exploitation material.
Oh, wow. What?
Wow. So this all allegedly happened between February and May of 2017, and he was charged on December 1st of 2017. Wow. Interesting.
This prompted the company to file a civil lawsuit on March 31st, 2017 against Shaw Communications, PayPal Holdings, Cloudflare, Who Is Privacy Corp, and Who Is Guard Inc.
Dang.
And Apple was charged on December 1st of 2017. What? I guess they're just shooting at everybody.
Speaking of Apple, I was actually kind of thinking maybe I would do a video updating. People have been asking, where the heck is our iMac Pro coverage?
Oh.
Yeah, do you know about this? Have you heard about this?
No.
So we accidentally broke it, which happens from time to time.
Yeah. No,
and
I have heard about
Apple is outright refusing to repair it, even at our cost.
What?
So right now, because it's so new, replacement parts are not easy to get, and Apple is just refusing to repair it. So the store contacted
Why?
Apple HQ, and they were just like, "No, don't do it."
Why?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question, isn't it? So I was thinking maybe we'd do a video about that at some point.
Wow. Send it to Rossman.
That's an interesting idea. Well, no, I mean, okay, the issue is not that we can't repair it. It's not rocket science. It's got a blown power supply and a broken display. We just need a new power supply and a new display, whatever. The issue is that Apple has a brand new product that, for whatever reason, not they aren't equipped to. They're not saying, hey, give us a couple weeks.
I don't know if he's interested or not, but I really feel like tying Rossman into this.
They're saying, hey, we are not going to do it. Go take it to an Apple-certified repair shop somewhere else.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, what's the point of an Apple store?
Yeah.
Speaking of, supporting customers and all that, we're not asking them to do it for free. They even quoted us. They told us how much it was going to cost. We agreed to it. They held it for a few days, and then we're just like,
what?
We are not going to repair it.
What?
Yeah. No, I know. No. This is, like, pretty frustrating.
What? How couldn't... I'm sure there's something in the contract, but if they take money for something...
No, they didn't take it yet. They just quoted it.
But they took it physically, right? They took your product.
Yeah, they took the product.
You should be able to, charge them a rental fee or some bull crap.
Nah, you wouldn't be able to do that. If that were the case, then every repair shop anywhere that doesn't end up being able to fix something would be open to that kind of...
But that's a decision. That's not an inability.
No,
that's not a, we tried.
They could just say, oh, you must have misunderstood us. We can't fix it. In which case, that's a pretty funny video either way.
Yeah, that's fair.
Apple cannot fix the iMac Pro. Woo! So good luck if it breaks.
But Rossman probably can.
Yeah, he probably can. Okay, last topic today. This is cool. This is off WindowsCentral.com. Microsoft is building a truly modern version of Windows 10 for PCs, codenamed Polaris. They're planning to strip out legacy components in favor of a more modern OS with better battery life.
Like what?
I don't know. What a wonderful question. Apparently better performance. It'll feature C Shell, Microsoft's upcoming universal shell that's shared across devices instead of the legacy Microsoft shell. It will also ditch Win32 components and apps like Notepad or Paint in favor of a UWP first experience, just like Windows 10 Mobile. Oh, wow.
What?
It's working on an updated file explorer built on UWP. Why do they do stuff that, it's obvious that people will hate?
Okay, so...
Have you noticed how hard it is to get into your network settings now?
Yes.
Ever since the fall creators
update? It's actually
update?
a nightmare.
It's ridiculous. Here,
and it auto changes settings back. You change something, and they'll just set it back. That drives me absolutely bonkers.
You get stuck here now, and I can never remember. Is it property? No, it's not properties. Is it?
Takes forever to load.
Hardware properties?
Too many fancy
No, it's
UI
not
elements.
hardware properties. Is it? The status.
It's not dense enough. There's all this white space. You have to scroll for no apparent
reason.
reason.
Wait, hold on. Is it network and sharing center?
I think what you're looking for is...
Oh, hold on. No, I think you can get to it here. There we go. Finally.
Another click.
Finally.
There you go.
And get this. If you want to connect or disconnect a VPN,
Oh my god.
it takes you to the stupid thing. It doesn't just connect or disconnect. Are you kidding me? At least to their credit, you can connect and disconnect a VPN by clicking here now. But there was an intermediary. There was an intermediary where you couldn't do this still, and you just had to come in here and do this. And every time I loaded this straight to here, it wouldn't work until I clicked on another tab and then clicked back. Like, it's shocking how... No, that goes here now. The one that you pointed at goes here.
What?
That's the problem. Yeah, this goes here.
I thought...
That's as of the last couple of updates.
What? Really?
Yeah. Yes. No.
Because I was just using that as my shortcut. No.
Yes. You can still right-click, I think, and open network and internet. No, that's this again. That's this now too. So there's no straight right-click.
This is never what I want.
No. I can't think of any reason I would want to look at this page.
Where's the, like, how it handles with home and
Oh,
public?
hold on. Oh, this is just bad UI design.
That's what
This is clickable.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize this was clickable. I thought this was just crap.
Yeah.
So you can click here and you can get to the adapter settings. Okay.
Yeah, they don't look like buttons
Ugh.
until you hover over them. I viciously hate Windows 10. And it sucks because this really cool Microsoft Studios game is in beta right now called Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
And I want to play it, and I tweeted, like, does anyone have a key? And, like, awesome Sean from Microsoft is like, here you go, bro. And then I'm like, wait, I can't play it because I'm on Windows 8.1. And you have to use the Windows Store. It's a Windows Store game, sadly, because the Windows Store is a terrible experience. But it looks like a really cool game, so I want to play it. And I don't have any spare SSDs, so I'm going to install Windows 10 on a 500 gig Momentous XT. I think that's what it's called. Those like SSD hard drives that really just have a lot of cache.
That SSH, yeah.
I'm going to install Windows 10 on there, OBS, Chrome, and Sea of Thieves. And that's it.
And it'll be a horrible experience.
Because it's going to be on a hard drive.
Yes.
Yeah. So if I ever want to play the game, it'll be on a hard drive. Because I literally sat there for like half an hour basically staring at my computer, being like, I really want to play Sea of Thieves. But I really, really don't want to use Windows 10. And that's it came to there.
All right. So thank you guys for tuning into the Wan Show. Oh, right. Early access on Floatplane.
Yes. Huzzah.
Oh, do you want to talk about any of the cool stuff that's going on in Floatplane? Can you talk about the cool stuff that's going on? You're killing me. He's supposed to do blog posts. There's so much cool stuff happening. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. We processed a credit card transaction.
A lot of them.
A lot of credit card transactions.
And they resubbed.
And they worked.
And they resubbed.
Yes, the subscription mechanism worked. That is a huge milestone. If you've ever
really
developed a platform, you'll know that that's a big deal because you can't even do any of that stuff until you've got a lot of the other back-end mechanisms also working.
And it associates with accounts and it grants you access properly. And when your sub dies, it takes away access properly. And
why aren't we talking about this stuff? It's cool.
I want to slam a whole bunch of these things really close to the launch of the platform.
Okay, it's think of it like sex. A penis
so I want
can
orgasm.
only be
I want the biggest,
that's not what I'm
most
talking about.
intense orgasm right at the end.
A penis can only be so wide.
Okay.
Before it just cannot be processed anymore. Okay? You need to just calm down that massive, butcher shop meat-sized erection and just kind of bang out these news updates.
Focus on insertions
over time
instead of one gigantic one.
So back to my screen here. This could be quite possibly the greatest LTT video of all time. This was so we actually almost lost one of our cameras at CES. Not going to name any names. Someone left one of our camera bags just at the bell desk, basically. And
Linus just called Luke a giant dick.
It had, I didn't call him one. I said maybe he had one. It's different. One's offensive. One's probably, I don't know, maybe also offensive. I don't know. Depends how sensitive you are. I got hardcore.
The world is confusing right now.
I got hardcore SJW'd at the Amazon Go store.
Oh?
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
Oh.
Yeah, I had an encounter. I had a real live encounter. It was great.
I'm sorry about
Yeah.
that.
Anyway, so this video was almost lost because
Yeah.
it was on an SD card that was sitting in that camera. And it is perhaps the greatest
Have you watched it?
LTT video of all time. I have watched bits of it. I haven't watched the whole thing. Hold on. We're going to watch a little bit of it now. Hold on, I'm going to throw audio on.
This thing is so cool.
This is like the coolest product of all time, and this is possibly the greatest LTT video of all time.
So that's not a digital screen.
Nope.
Those are physical objects.
Yep. And this is this match. This match is epic. This match is epic. I'm not going to spoil who wins, but it's an epic match. Me versus Luke, mano a mano.
It was close.
Real world Pong.
Yeah.
Real world Pong.
Just like seemingly every competition we do, like Scrapyard Wars.
The Amazon Go store video is up, so I went down to buy myself some Always.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Got in trouble for that.
That's what you got in trouble for.
Yeah. Interesting, hey? Not from Amazon. That was my SJW encounter.
Okay.
The DIY micro SD SSD.
This was an adventure.
Is
I watched
up.
that. That was good.
That was fun. That was really fun. Mining Adventure Part 3 is up. ASIC miners. Dun dun dun. Are they worth it? That answer changes from day to day.
Hey guys.
The iMac Pro review from a PC guy's perspective. That's up. Just the review. The rest of the content has to wait until we can put it back together. Scammed on eBay.
That was a
Testing the
good
56
video.
core system. It's 19 minutes long.
That's a really good video. The whole thing is really good.
19 minutes long, my friends.
Editing on it's good. The hosting is good. Good job.
Yeah.
It was a good video.
Yep. Great work, A-Prime. Yeah, so we've also got a couple tech quickies. How does Bitcoin work? We've got a lot of really good feedback on this video. People are
Nice.
saying this is one of the better summaries out there.
Good.
Also, what are Pentium Gold and Silver? Because who the crap knows
Yeah.
what Intel's talking about these days? And if you are subscribed to Bitwit, then you can also get early access to
Okay.
Kyle's stuff.
Where is it? The Happiest Place on Earth Breaks Down is a really wholesome, actually fun to watch video. Kyle's has fantastic humor. Wifey Sauce is hilarious. They go to Disneyland. It has almost nothing to do with tech, and it is great. I don't know. I clicked on it to be like, oh, the upload worked and blah, blah, blah. I want to see how the service is going because some people or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I ended up just sitting there and watched the whole thing and was like, I feel good about stuff now. This is going to be a good day.
Speaking of the upload working, you guys have retooled a lot of the back end. Is the performance on the player still good? Oh,
It should
I
be.
missed my click.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it should be good.
Wow. Did you guys see that instant playback? Let's see what happens when we switch to 1080.
I think you might have to click play again.
Oh, really? Oh,
Nope,
no,
there
there we
you
go. Okay.
So
His
what-
video quality in this is actually not that great, so don't judge our 1080p based on this
and
video.
it's going
but-
through Twitch. Not fair.
Yep.
But
anyway.
that's a cool poster thingy. The pacing and the editing in the beginning before they go to Disneyland is really good, and then it's hilarious once they're there. I don't know. It's good. Very good video.
All right, so there you go. There's the update on Floatplane, sort of. A lot of great content over there, though, so go sign up if you haven't already. And hopefully, very soon, we will have annual subscriptions working again.
That'll be when
Very
the site launches.
soon.
So the reason
When
why
the site
annuals-
launches very soon.
The reason why annual subscriptions got cut wasn't because I don't want to give people a discount for subscribing annually. I absolutely want to do that because then that encourages people to subscribe annually. Obviously, that's why everyone does that. But I didn't want to lock people onto the current payments platform because it's garbage. So I'm hoping that we can launch the new site, get you on the new payments platform. Then there will be the discounts for yearly.
Yeah.
And if you were subscribed at yearly and then now you're subscribed at monthly, don't worry, you'll still be grandfathered into the nice pricing.
Okay, are we going to
and all
find a
that
way
stuff.
to work that? How are we going to do that? Okay, we'll figure that out.
It
Still some things to
won't
sort
actually be that hard.
out. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. People want the SJW story.
Is it a good idea?
I don't know.
After
I don't
party?
know. I don't know. No, I gotta go.
Okay.
All right, I'll do it really
Oh, dear.
quick.
Okay.
I'll do it really quick. So basically,
You're playing with fire here.
I know.
It's okay.
I know.
One thing to consider. Oh no, I don't. We are not a federal institution. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
There is laws against certain things in Canada now. Anyways.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. So anyway, I'm kind of done shooting the piece, and I'm waiting to get my receipt on my phone. And so Dennis, like, I'm holding the stuff I bought, and it's like kind of awkward because Dennis has to keep his camera pointed at it because we want to see the push notification.
Okay.
So we can't really move. So I've got these like pads, and we put the food in the bag. So I just have these pads, and I have my phone, and like my mic battery's dying, so we need to like swap the batteries, and we're trying to hold everything. We're trying to like, anyway. So this person comes up to me and goes, "Are you guys like vloggers?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And she's like, did I say she? The person, because I'm not going to assume.
Oh.
The person kind of makes a face and goes, "And is part of your bit that you're here buying pads and that's embarrassing?" And I'm like, and then I don't actually get a chance to say anything because that's perpetuating something. I kind of was tuned out by that point. And it's totally natural and it's fine. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And that's fine. And that's good. And then
he has a wife who he's probably buying them for.
Yeah. And you know, it's one of those conversations where it's like, look, honestly, I am not personally shy and I don't feel awkward about natural bodily functions.
No.
Because who gives a shit? Get it? But I'm also not going to pretend that people don't feel a little awkward when they have to go to a drugstore and buy condoms or tampons or suppositories. Anything that goes on your genitals, up your genitals, or, you know, up your butt is just, you know what? People feel a little awkward about that.
Evolutionary reasons why you feel awkward about those things.
And that's fine too. Basically, the premise of the video is, you know, I need to buy something. The original plan was condoms, actually. The original plan was extra small condoms. And it was going to be a joke at my own expense because I was going to want to buy some condoms. They needed to be, obviously I don't need those because, but the joke was going to be, I need to buy some condoms, and I hate telling people my size, you know, and so, you know, I need a store that doesn't have cashiers. So I'm going to drive all the way to Seattle so I don't have to show the extra small condoms to the cashier, okay? And we called ahead, and they don't carry condoms. So we were like, what's the only, like, personal care or personal hygiene product that you carry? And it turned out it was tampons and pads. So we had to adapt it, and there you go. That was it. And the funny thing is, I was sitting eating my lunch on a bench in the building next to it, and an Amazon staffer, who happened to be female, comes by and she's like, "Oh, is your bit that you don't have to talk to the cashier about the pads?" That's hilarious. That's something I didn't even think of as a benefit for this store. Because when husbands and boyfriends have to come in and buy pads and tampons, they can do it discreetly. Brilliant. And she goes on her way.
Which is like, yeah. People are allowed to feel awkward.
And we were talking for a little bit more, actually. And I go, "Yeah, you know, I actually took flack over this angle for the video." And she goes, "Oh, you know, that's well, you know, I'm from the East Coast, and and I was like, "Well, you know, I'm West Coast, and I got nothing to say about that, but you know, East Coast sounds great."
Oh man.
You know, it's one of those things where people are gonna be offended or not offended. My personal philosophy on the whole thing, I don't get real personal on the Wan Show very often, but my personal philosophy is, you know what? It is very easy to get offended in life. You can get offended by almost anything. It is really hard to get along. And so what we all need to work at is getting along. And if everybody focuses on that, and if we focus on people's intent rather than on exactly the words they used or the way that they used them, it would be a better world.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Don't assume people are trying to be jerks.
Thank you for watching The Wan Show. We will see you again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, assuming we haven't been, you know, assuming we can get past the picket line of People who are upset in front of our office.
Yep. Bill C-16. Yeah, Bill C-16 is crazy.
What's Bill C-16? I actually don't know.
Federal institutions, you are legally obligated to essentially it's a bill against certain parts of the Free Speech Act, and Canada doesn't have the same thing. It's really complicated, and there's other bills that affect it, so it's a really difficult thing to understand, and just saying it during the outro is not going to make enough sense. I would recommend doing research on it. Don't just read the bill, because there are other bills that affect it. So it's more complicated than that. Anyways.